Space. Star systems yet uncharted. Few men have the gumption to look beyond. But there is one American maverick who is unafraid to look to the stars. Join this hero in his quest to understand what lies above us. This is
The Scotty Files.
Hello, true believers. I am just entering my very own home where the condemned Richard McGhee wishes to speak with me. He wishes to speak with me. So we will see how that goes for him. For he does not know what you and I know, unfortunately. So let's just see how this goes. Here he comes.
Hey there, Scott.
Hello, Dad.
Well, I just wanted to say, I've noticed you the past, couple of days. Maybe it's been a week or so,
Right.
and I see that you've been thinking real hard.
I have been thinking, and yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to do. You're about to hit me. Yep. Go ahead.
You've taken this with some stride, and
Hmm?
we got to say, Mom and I are real impressed, and we're real proud of you. And
Oh,
I think,
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Just so you know, I see what you're doing.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
okay.
take your shot. Take your shot. Set me up, and try to bring me down. No, take your best shot. Unless you're, shall we say, buck chicken? Shall we say?
Yeah, sure. I was just saying that we've seen the growth in you, and we think that you kind of have come to terms with, I think, the things that you did that were hurtful. And
Right.
we wanted to tell you that Mom and I went ahead and we reinstated your membership at the planetarium, and you can go back whenever you want.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. You usually only go on weekends, but it's Friday. You can go tonight if you want.
What kind of craft is this? What kind of... I guess I'm just a man of science such as yourself. I'm just not used to you, taking such a backwards approach. What is your angle? What are you trying to get here?
I don't understand the question.
So you're saying that after all of this, after you've after my villainy, truthfully, I'll concede that. I'll concede my villainy. I'll concede my evil doing, my wrongdoing. After all of that, you just give me back what I want. You let me back into the planetarium.
Well, I think that's just it, Scott. I mean, you just said you conceded your villainy, and I don't know if that's the word we'd use, but it seems like you've come to terms with the fact that you hurt somebody, and we think that you kind of grown in this time. So it's time to take away that punishment,
Okay.
make sure that you have all the rights you had before this whole incident.
Okay. Well, and I would assume if this is true, you've already told Mr. Nostromo at the planetarium that he doesn't need to look out for me in my disguises at all. Have you informed him of that too, or so you've fully gone back on this? You've fully gone back on this.
You are a member of the planetarium.
Okay. Are you
right now.
sure?
Yes.
This isn't a play? I tend to be hyper vigilant. You know how I am, so you need to be straight up with me.
Fair
right
enough.
now.
I mean, but you know me. I don't make plays. I just I'm your dad.
Oh. Why? Why, Dad? Why?
Because we love you.
No, why? Tell me this is a lie. Tell me this is a joke. Right now.
I mean, I could say that, but that'd be a lie, so I'm not doing
Son
that.
of a bitch. Okay.
Hey, easy with the language.
You're
there.
right. I'm sorry. I'm
making
getting
you regret our
I'm getting
decision.
heated. I'm getting heated. Why? Why, oh why? Must your goodness always prevail, Richard McGhee? Why?
Well, I mean, I'll try to answer that, but it's
No,
kind of a big
it's
question.
it's a rhetorical. Oh, Father, I've done a bad thing.
Well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
You've come around and you understand.
No,
you
I've
did
done a bad
thing.
thing that you are not privy to, unfortunately.
Oh.
Well, you're not going to ask me what it is. I mean,
I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you're talking about.
I regret to inform you, Dad, that the files have been leaked.
Your podcast, the Scotty Files?
No, well, something much worse, unfortunately. I think you should take a listen. Take a listen right now.
Okay.
It is with great pain that I tell you all that Richard McGhee is a fraud. He's a fraud. He is a charlatan. He is a no-good, two-timing backstabber of, well, as shocking as it may be to hear, to Classroom 51 itself.
That's, I don't think you really thought that through there.
Well,
There's
okay,
a lot
wait.
in there that's...
You understand why I had to do that, though, right?
No, Scott, I've never taught you to be vengeful. Like, this is quintessential, like...
You didn't. No one could have taught me to be that way. I mean, that's the rough and tumble way of the world.
You acted of your own volition. You were in the midst of your punishment
Listen.
that we put down on you, and you were you're supposed to kind of...
How do you feel about the things that I've said about you here?
I
Be
just
honest.
feel like you being immature, and I was
Sure.
It seems like I was wrong about
Wow.
you, and that we
Wrong?
maybe took back that punishment
Listen,
a little too quickly. It
If
sounds
you're
like...
worried that this is going to affect your career, this is going to affect your standing or your reputation, to that I say you're being too fretful. You don't have to worry about that. There's nothing. I mean, listen, my legion advances on who I say and retreats at a word. They'll. You don't need to worry. They'll not come after you if I say that they shouldn't, and I will tell them that they shouldn't. I'll tell them right now.
Scott, I hate to burst your bubble here, but it looks like we've only got 3 listeners. And as far as I can tell, they only listened for the first 13 seconds and lost interest. And I see a 4th one, but that's
Don't
gotta
read
be,
the
that's
analytics.
gotta
Don't
be,
read the analytics.
That's got to be me.
That's-
the 4th one there. That's
Don't.
the one.
Okay.
I
We
just did.
don't need to read the analytics. That's.
You're talking about a legion here, and I'm just saying, it doesn't.
Well,
sound
it's a
like
very.
anyone
They
took
can be a
notice.
slow legion. Okay, it's not.
I mean, this would be, and again, I hate to burst your bubble, but this would just be someone listening to a kid talk about his dad, and that's kind of all they're gonna think it is.
I wouldn't piss them off, Dad. I wouldn't piss them off.
Let me know what
They
the
advance at
analytics
a
are
word.
for this
Okay.
episode after it comes out.
I'm not recording. I'm not recording. You don't have proof that I'm recording.
Isn't that a recorder right there?
You are dismissed. Thank you.
It's when you start
You're
saying
dismissed.
the
Nope,
things
you're
like
dismissed.
You're talking about being...
I think we're getting heated, and you know how passionate I get.
That's fair, and all I'm going to say is I'm on my way to go revoke the planetary membership.
What?
Once again.
That is. You don't have the stomach for that. There's no proof you have the stomach for that.
I already did it. Why would I not have the
Well,
stomach
you're
to
dismissed.
do it?
Thank you. Thank you. Very unfortunate.
You're in
Very
the
unfortunate.
living room.
Very unfortunate.
I'm in here reading.
I'm going to my room.
You got me in my PJs.
Whatever. I'm going to my room.
All right.
To my captive audience, I do feel the need to say as explosive as my father was, he's just a man. Can you blame him? I have most grievously, I have sown deceit. I have done harm. If any of you go after my father because of the things that I have said, you will get on my list. And when someone gets on my list, let me tell you, when someone gets on my list and I have time to pull something together, which I will down the line at some point, I'm sure, let me tell you, there will be not a trace of them left on this earth. So just take that as a warning. You know how seriously I take these things. And
Lights off. Night night.
thank you for listening to another episode of the Scotty Files. This is Scotty McGhee. Richard McGhee, forgiven.